Not just tonight and this weekend, but throughout the year.
Vikings on the serve to get us underway here in Chapel Hill alongside Corey Carlin. Kyle Straub with you. Hope you are enjoying your Friday night. Staying a little bit drier than we are here in Chapel Hill. We're actually about an hour delayed because the first matchup earlier today.
Get off on the right foot, so I think both teams are still kind of feeling that out a little bit.
It looked like it was borderline on the edge. Kept in by Imani Foster, and it's going to turn into a Vikings point. Maddie May, the junior out of Winterville, serving for the Tar Heels. Tipped at the net. Jump ball, kept alive, and I think they're going to call a Thorpe, one of those transfers, though she just a redshirt sophomore from Ohio State. First block of the match goes to the Tar Heels, gives them the lead.
For top-level volleyball programs, you have to be able to block, deny.
So ends the biggest run of the game so far for the Tar Heels. Walker keeps it alive, bump set near side. List unable to get the kill. Double block in front of Schaffmaster. Something that I'm already noticing, Corey, that Carolina hasn't had the last couple of years.
Deep into the season, you're talking about NCAA tournament. There's a long road between now and then, but
this was tied 6-6. Carolina has seemed to take control at least a little bit here in the middle of the set.
Yeah, and it's been really two parts to that recipe. One, they've stayed assertive. They played great defense. Their net presence has been spot on right there, right on cue. Cleveland State has thrown at them. And the other part of it, Kyle, has been Cleveland State offering a few unforced. This really propelled this run.
Jackie Taylor and Chelsea Thorpe involved in the second block of the match for the Tar Heels. Making a third block. This time it is Schaffmaster and Taylor.
Defensively at the net.
Going to be tough for Cleveland State to handle this jump serve. Did a good job last time. Another overpass. Taylor doesn't win the battle this time. And the Vikings with an opportunity. Near side swing for Torres. She had a couple early points, but has been quiet since.
Opportunity for the Vikings.
Tried to run a slide a little bit off on the timing, and Taylor with a big swing in the middle.
Swag. You're trying to get some momentum back on your side. It's a real risk and roll. You're right. It's pin-to-pin offense for the Tar Heels, and Cleveland State hasn't had much of an answer for either pin hitter.
Top of the screen, big swing for Torres. Did it stay in?
And she just rotated out. So I'm sure she's going to get a ton of volume when she gets back into the front court. But right now it's about weathering this storm, trying to get a few more points here before the set closes out on you. That was leaned on at times and came through.
270 kills, was second on the team behind Schaffmaster.
Yep.
First set point for the Tar Heels. And of course the freshman. Was that really long rally point that we had that the Tar Heels were the winners of.
100%.
And it gave them some momentum, got this crowd into the match.
And when you've been around this game long enough, you see long rallies like that, and it is a little bit of a predictor. I think if you...
Schaffmaster gave a good pass and got rewarded with a good set.
Appleby. It's pretty much a perfect pass. Look at that tempo. Very difficult.
The match after having 3 kills in the first set for the Tar Heels. A block for Cleveland State. Paris Olympics just getting over between beach volleyball and then indoor men's and women's volleyball. Something that I noticed in watching them is Cleveland State gets the point and a 2-point lead here.
Set 2. They've been passing on the money and having all attack options available. And
it's early in this set, but after 8 attack errors in the first set, they've played clean volleyball here in the second. Hit a block there, though. Tar Heels with their 4th of the match. It's the first one here of this second set.
Footwork, the anticipation, getting the hands over in the seam, reaching back in. Boy, dumb job.
Deep serve.
I've been so impressed with Bollinger's serving tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout after this point if Cleveland State does not win it.
Hustle from the Tar Heels keeps it alive. Great job from May. Barrett, little hesitation, still got to it. Jump ball. Schaffmaster up against two Vikings, wins it. Swing for Mabry.
Wow.
And a kill.
You know, first you have to acknowledge that 18-team league is pretty huge, so there's not a ton of room to hide. But, you know, being right in the middle is kind of, okay, show us what you can do. You know, you've earned to not be in kind of that bottom third, but we got to see more for you to move up.
Appleby, the only other attacker with more than one kill, though, and I feel like the Vikings have to find another threat, somebody else to help out offensively.
Defense, because that's something you can control. You are in complete control of how well you can present a block and the effort that you have on defense. And Cleveland State really needs to dial in on their defense these next couple of points.
Rain has thankfully stopped outside, so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
With the amount of rain we had today, humidity is a factor, and I think we're starting to see that a little bit.
Originally out of Louisville, Kentucky. Back set, a big swing. And it's going to be a kill. Picks up another one. That's Yadumja. Second set point for the Tar Heels. Barrett sends it back to Schaffmaster. And she will finesse this one to get the kill. It doesn't always have to be the big swing.
Because so far, we're seeing that those little details are bearing fruit.
Vikings on the serve to start things off here in the third set. Alongside Corey Carlin, I'm Kyle Stroud. And that one, Vikings want to touch.
Cleveland State is missing two middles from action right now, and they desperately need someone else to bring some offense. You know, Torres is kind of handling her side.
Transferred to Carolina last season. Top of the screen, Torres answers with a kill of her own. That's 9 for her.
Try to bait her to serving a different zone, because so far she's had her way.
Back set, top of the screen, and May came in. She was coming in to help the blockers and just went right over her head. Heads up play there from Hall.
A lot of their kills have come off of tooling the block. I think that's something you can definitely track and point to now. So if you're Cleveland State, a focus has to be the rest of this set and the match, really. Can we be a little cleaner with our blocking technique and our press and our timing? Really, takeaways for Cleveland State, win or lose, are going to be, you know, can we sharpen up our blocking presence and our blocking technique for the rest of the weekend?
Heads up play there.
When you watch this pass, anytime a pass carries toward the middle of the net, that gives front row setters a wing blockers usually don't follow you that far.
Tar Heels go to Foster, dig from the back line. Taylor is there.
Just cleaning up anything that's sloppy around the net. I mean,
she was up there. She could have
home opener, have some success. Good for her.
Tied for second on the team, third on the team with a half a dozen kills.
A little bit of sloppy play right now from both teams.
Free ball for the Vikings. Set in the middle for Appleby. Barrett with the dig, and a little bit of hesitation there at the net because of it from Engelbrecht.
And Ohio State, Penn State, both two proud men's programs, a lot of history, a lot of legacy.
Coach Voss, a Buckeye. Coach Shaw, a Nittany Lion back in those days.
I'd love to get my hands on some of that footage, Kyle, if we could.
They teased it and told that there's some that's out there. We just got to find a way to get our hands on it. And we were just talking with the coaches yesterday, so didn't quite have enough time to track it down. But they meet up again. We're going to have that archived video. Back set for Hall, and that one just kicks the corner.
And that's something that we've seen throughout the match of Cleveland State kind of, you know, they've hit a variety of shots. So far, the Tar Heels have defended most of them, so maybe those deep corners or something, we'll see them go after a little bit more here. What an up by Walker.
Pass at the net, another rally here. Schaffmaster trying to finesse it. Good defense from Cleveland State. We saw a long rally in the first set be the turning point. Carolina went on to win. Could this one have some of the same effect? And it's going to be Carolina getting the point.
You know, let's close it with some authority from our swinging.
Service from Maddie May, set near side for List. 2 blockers there. We haven't heard from the Carolina blocking unit in a while, but they picked their first one up in this set.
Now you see List driving in. She changes her mind at the last second. She just needs a little bit more air.
A different league. They were in the American in volleyball while the other 2 were in the Pac-12. Back to play. Carolina draws it up perfectly out of the timeout. Carolina has 4 players with at least 6 kills, 3 of them hitting over 300. Led by Schaffmaster at 520. There's a block, though, for Cleveland State.
For Cleveland State can be better. They've led their league last year in blocks. You know, we hadn't really seen that tonight.
4th ties her with Hall. That's 2nd on the team for Cleveland State. They've played a much cleaner set here in the 3rd, hitting 276, but Carolina has responded by hitting 419 themselves, though.
It has to be so impressive for Coach Shaw that there have been a few moments that have been a little bit rocky for Carolina, but on the whole, they have played clean, and that's something that he stressed on the coach's call. He wanted to play disciplined volleyball, take quality swings. I think he's got to be pleased with what he's seen so far tonight.
Yeah, Carolina, a team last year that was out-hit by their opponents. They had a 209 hitting percentage. Set near side, Torres blocked but kept alive. Good scramble from the Vikings. Carolina going to give the set to the near side. Thorpe will get it, and the Tar Heels sweep.
Wow, what an exclamation point.